Hello? No, he hasn't done a video for a while, has he? No, I wonder what's happened to him. Yeah, yeah, some excuse about being too busy or something. Yeah, okay, well, I'll see what I can do anyway. Yeah, I'll go back in time on my TARDIS maybe. Yeah, alright, I'll be in touch. Okay, thanks, bye. Right. Yeah, it's me. Hi. Well, it has been a while since my last video, and must apologise for that. You know, work and things just being a bit of a mess here. Yeah, it's almost like you don't do a video for a couple of months. You get out the habit of it all. Anyway, without further ado, I have had a little list somewhere of things to talk about, and thought I'd lost it there for a minute. Right, okay, so yeah, got some records to show. There was supposed to be a Birmingham meetup and it didn't really happen. Birmingham, UK. Maybe there'll be another chance sometime in the future. I'm going to Johnny Trunk's record fair next Saturday. That's well, all being well, 27th, I think, 27th of October. So that should be pretty good. Yeah, I do have legs. Yeah, it's remarkable. Yeah, don't usually show my legs to everybody. Yeah, Headley came here, another fat bearded man talking about records, and that was well, he's already done his video about it ages ago. Could it have been a couple of months ago now? I can't quite remember now. Anyway, we went out, we put the VC and the world to rights locally in a pub. We finally found somewhere to have a drink and something to eat. Half of Aylesbury was closed on a Tuesday night. Yeah, and we swapped some records and stuff, and he's already shown what I gave him, what he picked up from here. They were all sort of like what's the word? Curated. Yeah, they were curated for him, I suppose. Yeah. Anyway, as they say here, for example, this wasn't from him. October is the International Country Month, Music Month. So let's show some country records after 4 minutes. Okay, so Headley gave me a few bits and bobs. This was one, a very early, although reissue on RCA, Waylon Jennings. That was one. There he is, looking very cool in his get up. Don't know much about Waylon Jennings really, only what Jacob Dallas Open Micah has instructed me about. This haven't played yet. It's got a sticker there, but I don't really care, you know, a white label as it were. That was one record he gave me. I'm more familiar with the Louvin Brothers, their religious stuff. Bit of glare there. Yeah, this is on Stetson with the barcode there, so it's definitely an 80s album. Lots of ers in this video, sorry about that. We've got Doug Kershaw, Raging Cajun. Beautiful cover there. Nature before it's wrecked. And we've got this was what was this called again? Was this Hillbilly or something? I can't remember what this is called. This type of country music. Anyway, there it is. Anyway, it's Country Gazette. That's another one. And then he's also given me country music recordings. So one is country gospel, Tennessee Only Four, Jimmy Davis, Chuck Wagon Gang, and the other one is Our Stories in Song. There was a video ages ago Headley did where he went to get a lot of these, and then these are duplicate doubles I guess he must have had. It's the Franklin Mint Record Society. So thank you very much for those, Headley. It's about 6 minutes now, and yeah, I've been busy at work. I've got a few scavenging records to show you, and then August this year was my 10th anniversary of making videos. So I've sort of planned all sorts of things and then never got round to it. I've left a few records sticking out here and there. And I was thinking there must be some, but I've just never shown ever. So I'm going to attempt to show some of those as well. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Oh, goodness me. Right, here's a wad. Okay. So we've got, right, I think last time I didn't show this. I was looking for it. I showed some others from a classical music haul that I got. There was a bit of a story behind it. You'll have to watch the old video to hear. It was a video. Yeah, it was the last video, I think. Yeah, you'd have to watch it again to find out the whole story behind that. It was a bit of a drag, really, and put me in a bit of a bad mood, to be honest, for a while. This is. Well, there's no barcode on it, so it must be reasonably old. I think I've only ever had this on CD, a decent copy of it, so nice to have a record of it. A lot of these records need cleaning. I haven't really got round to cleaning either. There's the cleaning machine over there in that corner. This is an Erato. It's by Frank, and it's L'Oeuvre pour Orgue, so something for organ. Not sure what that word means. L'Oeuvre, I can't remember. Sure it is translated somewhere. Big pieces for organ, maybe. Yeah. Don't know much about this. I'm guessing it's quite modern-ish, like 20th century. Here's the Wine of Lebanon. This is a Christian album. I thought I'd show it because it has a track which Christians and whoever you are can relate to. It's called look there, I Am Completely Discouraged. And we all get like that sometimes, don't we? And I suppose 10 years of making videos, I'm not going to give up. It's just with work and I suppose life in general, it's just it's relentless at the moment, isn't it? And all the bad news going on at the moment, the Middle East and stuff, and yeah, just going into another winter. Tough, really. Anyway, onwards and upwards. I had my birthday a couple of weeks ago, yeah, and someone from my church gave me Now That's What I Call Music 1. It's in pretty good nick, mostly. When he saw how many records were in this room, he was a little bit shocked. Yeah, this was before my time. This is about 83, so yeah, I was into pop music then, but not quite old enough for this one. I think I first got Now 6 or something. It's got a shiny 80s jacket on it. Here's just a possible sample sort of thing, just a Peter Ustinov in After Supper Conversation with Cliff Mitchell-Moore. I remember him. He was on TV a lot. Did a holiday programme, I think, if I remember rightly. Not sure what that'd be like. This is great. I've heard this. This is an actor called John Stewart Anderson. I've never heard of him, and he's doing a couple of stories based on there's a Dracula one and a werewolf one. It is great, and the sound effects on it, all that kind of stuff, and it's on Studio Stereo record label. Yeah, great. Yeah, never heard of him, to be honest. I'm sure somebody can elaborate on his acting career. I went round car boot sale in an afternoon. Most of the best stuff had gone. There was a sort of a very punkish looking guy there with proper punk haircut, you know. This is on 4AD, cost £1. All these cost £1 actually, I think, pretty much. Diff Juzz, Gary Bromley, Alan Curtis, David Curtis, Richard Thomas. Don't know anything about it, but it was on 4AD, so that swung it. Record's in great condition, sleeves a bit damaged slightly, I suppose. Another studio to stereo one. This is in no way proper voodoo music. It's Don Tracy. This is funky, and it's got a few tracks on there you would know. It's got Tom Hark, the track amongst others. Sopranos did it, didn't they? It's got La Bamba, a few of his own compositions. Dry Bones is on there. Yeah, that's a good record for £1. I suppose it's in that sort of lounge, lizard kind of easy listening, exotica sort of area. I had a chat with James Griffiths a few Sundays ago, or was it last Sunday? I don't remember now. Here is the actor, known to Americans as well actually, for Are You Being Served. It's signed by him as well. This is John Inman. And all his catchphrases I forget. There's a great track on here called Northern Lament, not Norman Lamont, Norman Lament, Northern Lament, sorry. And he was obviously from the north. Yeah, Are You Being Served? What was the name of his character now? I forget now. Yeah, I can't remember, but not seen that on telly for a while. You can watch it on a certain channel, so when it's £1, you pick up your Phil Collins, don't you? I think I've nearly completed my Phil Collins collection, of which I don't really listen to. I sampled one of his records. This has got a couple of big hits on it, hasn't it? Yeah, well, there you go. When they're £1, you just pick them up and have a go, don't you? Of which this is another prime example. It's Strings for Pleasure, playing Bob Dylan songs. Hilarious. Got a BBC sound effects to sample. This is a volume 6. It's countryside, country life, ploughing and felling, farm animals, village atmosphere, provisions in the pub, urban mourning, industry, public transport, more pubs. There's a half a pint or a pint being pulled, which should be interesting. The zoo and park life. Eartha Kitt. Lovely condition there, stereo of an album, a repress though, French I think, with the barcode there. And well, I was never hugely into Prince, but actually I quite like his Batman theme tune. It was pretty good. This was, I think, the Michael Keaton one, about 1990, if my memory serves me right. Smells a bit musty actually, never mind. There were loads of other albums I've got here, but I'm not going to show them. I mean, I suppose I could show the bag that I've sifted through to sell at some point, but anyway, here's a great cover on Hallmark budget label, Long John Baldry. So it's sort of blues, I guess, rhythm and blues. Here he is, surrounded by women, basically. Yeah. Didn't have a copy of this that was in any good condition, but now I've got it. Probably one of my favourite albums. In fact, did I even in the last video say it was like one of the albums that I play the most? I would play this a lot. Yeah, so now I've got a nice copy of it. I'm going to keep that as well for £1. Not really familiar with Commodores apart from the Lionel Richie ones, 3 Times a Lady and Easy. I guess he did them on his own as well, I'm not sure. Another £1 one there, 12-inch Thunderbirds A Go. Yeah. And a guilty pleasure, I did actually use to like 5-star. This is a very early album, sorry, early 12-inch with from the first or second album, not sure. A couple of tracks here, Let Me Be the One and All Fall Down. Neither written by Five Star. One Barry Blue, one Ian Foster. I'm not sure who he is. Yeah, from this album here. There. Give that a go. Not really my sort of usual thing, but yeah, it's okay. So we've shown Headley's ones. Oh, don't usually show CDs. Here's some CDs I found. Old Rolling Stones Good. Different takes on all the early songs of the BBC. Modern Rolling Stones, not quite so keen on, and Still Sealed. It will probably remain that way. Talking of albums that I did try but should remain sealed, I'm sorry, I thought this was terrible, this Paul McCartney album. I mean, yeah, very whimsical sort of dirge. Sorry, I know some of you won't like that, but anyway. Been playing quite a bit of Vangelis since he passed away. This is the CD. So I often go to work and I'll play Conquest of Paradise or Chariots of Fire, something to get me in the mood for going to work in the morning. An album here I used to have on vinyl, quite happy to have the CD now, not heard it for ages. And yeah, once you avoid sorry about the glare, once you avoid the hits, there's some great tracks on here, as you probably well know. A CD single of Arsenal. It's quite bad, but I couldn't let that pass me by. I'm sure Richard McCook will be extremely jealous. And I've also picked up loads of sort of like CDs from bands, indie bands from sort of a late 90s into the 2000s, just to try them because they were all cheap. It's like four for £1 usually. A lot of them I wasn't really that keen on. This one actually wasn't too bad. It's more a London rock sound. Yeah, most of the songs sound quite similar, but it's not a bad album actually, that one. Remembered to cover anyway. Jesus Christ Superstar. No, don't really like this. There was one track, one of the first tracks, not sure if it's Heaven on Their Minds or what, but it sounds exactly the same as a KLF song. Just trying to remember what it is, but it's very, very similar. Almost could be the same tune. Yeah, from it would be from the big KLF album. The Verve album, Saw Them Once, Pointing Smashing Pumpkins. Probably around the time that they did this actually. This is A Storm in Heaven, and it's a sort of, I suppose, for want of a better phrase, it's sort of like a shoegaze sort of period before the big urban hymns came out. And another CD. Well, I didn't mind this at the time. Maybe it's a bit dated. It was a big Christmassy album. This was I work in a record shop. I'm going to have to play this all in the run up before Christmas kind of album. But yeah, maybe I've got a bit of a soft spot for it. I don't know. I mean, it's never going to beat First Tubular Bells, is it? So yeah, some CDs there, and we're already at 20 minutes. So I'm in two minds whether to show other stuff really. But yeah, so probably been in the VC now. Well, I know I have just over 10 years. So here's some records which I may never have shown. I'm not sure. Okay, so what's this? There's some 12 inches down here. 12s, they seem to be a bit like more sort of in vogue at the moment, don't they? So from what I understand, Betty Boo is actually going to make a comeback, and she's recording a new album. This is a track she did. There's a track called Jet Sex there, instrumental I think, which is great on the B-side. Lovely Betty Boo there. Went off to be a tennis player, I think, from what I remember. She'd had enough of the record industry and whatnot. Just trying to think who showed that on. Someone showed that on the English live stream on Thursday night. Can't remember. Was it Stevie's Vinyl Cupboard? Maybe, I'm not sure. This record, I never liked it, and I've kept it. It's this record. I prefer the remix, but it's just I'm not a big fan of her voice, Tracy Thorn. But with a dance beat, it's a bit more palatable. Right, I've got all sorts here. A Rollo and Sixter Bliss mixes of Love Is a Drug by Roxy Music. And more familiar to British people, Trumpton. This is Urban Hype, A Trip to Trumpton. Now, see if I can reach over there now. What else have we got? We've got, I don't know. Yeah. Got a couple of drum and bass records there. I mean, I don't really, not hugely into drum and bass, but what we got here, we've got a great, this is a Cafe Del Mar Energy 52. This is yeah, coming up in the morning, Ibiza sort of tune, ambient, and a Cosmic Baby album, German techno trance, I guess you would say. This is, from what I understand, it's got a sample on it, and it's from American Beauty, the film, or is that where the sample's from? Includes samples from Dead Again and American Beauty, written by Thomas Newman. Right. Oh, keep going, Martin. Bet you don't think I'd have that. Probably not. Cypress Hill. Black Sunday, second album. A lot of people think the first one's better. More jazzy sort of thing. This is it's basically just Cannabis album, really. And some more normal records maybe up here. Pet Shop Boys discography. Don't think of it. I mean, there's probably loads of records I've never shown. All the hits up to Was It Worth It? Probably about the time when they did Go West, it was a bit no thanks. What we got here? I only got a couple of Radiohead on vinyl. I've got The Bends and All Hail to the Thief. Hail to the Thief. Yeah. So I have been watching a lot of your videos actually. Mostly I'll leave comments. It's Belinda Carlisle. Kylie, I think that's probably her best album in my opinion. Never hugely into Kylie, to be honest, and not Neighbours or no, not really. Couple of 90s reissues of Creedence Clearwater Revival albums. That's all I've got. Maybe I used to have them all, I think, and then rather foolishly culled them. In Excess Kick. So many hits on that album. Oh, bear with me, just 3 more to show. This is a reissue of Can Monster Movie. Leonard Cohen, the only one I've got by him, with a little booklet from The Guardian, forward by Simon Sharma, and Rattle's Greatest Hits. So that's 25 minutes. rattles. I rattled through them, I guess you could say. So yeah, I'll just, when I can, I will try and do videos. Sorry about all the umming and ahhing today. Hope the start of video you found quite amusing, and yeah, I will see you in your videos probably. So thanks for watching. Bye.